is How to Train Your Caterpillar, a spiritual life coaching channel. You are very welcome here. Thank you for checking out the video and the channel. I appreciate it a lot, and if you feel like liking and subscribing for me, I would appreciate that very much as well. So this video is one that somebody asked for. Can karmics come in the form of friends and family? And also, what is the difference between your soul tribe and karmics? So I thought it was, a good topic, and I know sometimes it takes me a while to get around to like doing videos that you've asked for, but please keep asking because I do read them. The comments, obviously, it just takes me a little while sometimes. But so a karmic, just to clarify, like a karmic is someone, they have a negative connotation because it's usually someone that is in your life to teach you a very important lesson. But the lesson can be kind of harsh. Like that's why they have this negative connotation. Like a soul tribe is different in that way, because a soul tribe you do learn things from, but it tends to come in a less harsh fashion. That tends to be something that's very like a crucial feature of a karmic relationship, is there will be some harsh lessons involved. Okay, so that can come in the form of friends and family as well, for sure. Friends, family, romantic partners. Because the thing is, they're usually, because they're teaching you such an important lesson, they have to be someone who's going to make a significant enough impact on your life to change something, like to send this kind of tower for you, to sort of change this mind shift, right? So it's usually someone that's like, those would be the people that have a significant impact on you, if you see what I mean. The thing is, like, we come here with the intention of learning. That's why we're here. We're here to learn, so we usually choose the lessons that we're going to learn before we incarnate. Either lessons that you choose for your soul's growth, or if you subscribe to the idea of past lives, it can be lessons brought forward from a past life that were not completely learned in a past life. So it's almost like you have to relearn it. It's almost like resitting a test, if you see what I mean. It's like if you do a maths test and then you fail pieces of the maths test, you have to come back and reset certain bits of the test, right? So yeah, we usually choose the people that we're going to incarnate with as well. Like we usually choose our family. There's a lot of stories about this, like people, if you speak to little children, like before the age of 6, or like very little children, like 4 and younger, they often remember actually climbing down a ladder, like into this sounds really gross, but like into the womb kind of thing, or like being born. Like they remember it because it's like, oh, I chose this person because blah blah blah, but we usually have like a reason for choosing the family that we go into, because it's like, well, this family is going to teach me certain lessons that I want to learn. Which sounds crazy when you're down here, because you're like, well, why the hell would I choose that? But it's like, I don't know, picking your subjects in high school, it's like, if you pick something hard because you're like, oh, I want to learn the hard thing, and then when you're doing the hard thing, you're like, oh my god, why did I pick this? This sucks. But it's the same kind of thing, I would imagine. So you choose your family, and then it's like you choose certain people that you're going to meet along the way as well. And also, if you do not learn the lesson early on, Spirit is just going to basically keep resending the same person over and over in a different meat suit until you get the lesson, right? So say your lesson is boundaries, for example, like learning to stand up for yourself, learning to set boundaries, learning to take up space and speak up for yourself or whatever. Maybe you're an empath, right? And that was one of your lessons, or something like this. Like Spirit is going to keep sending, or the universe, or whatever you want to call it, they're gonna keep sending people who like test your boundaries and like fuck with you. Like a narcissist, right? Or like people with very strong personalities. They're just gonna keep sending them until you learn the lesson that you have to be like, no. That's my line in the sand. Don't, no. And then, you know, eventually they'll stop coming. Occasionally they'll send one every now and then again to be like, did you learn the lesson? No? Okay, here's another one. There's also, you know, like I mentioned earlier, if you subscribe to the idea of past lives, excuse me, I'm choking. If you subscribe to the idea of past lives, there's, you know, theories that you, like people, you know, you had incarnations in a past life with certain people, and like there's lessons with that person that you didn't learn, or lessons that need to be learned so that you guys can like close out the karma and move on. Like say for example, in a past life, somebody did you wrong. You know, it's like maybe you should have walked away from the person in a past life, but you didn't do that, and because of that, you know, they ruined your life or it got you killed or something. It means that like in this life, you know, you're reincarnating with the same person, but you're having to learn that lesson, like, okay, so this time you're gonna walk away. Right? This time you're not gonna let this person like do this, that, and the other thing. You're gonna walk away. You know what I mean? So yeah, they will come in the form of romantic partners, friends, and family, most likely. But that's the difference between, like I think I mentioned this earlier, that's the difference between a karmic and a soul tribe. You know, because your soul tribe is supposedly they are actually pieces of you. There's a theory that that's what your soul tribe is. It's like little bits of you, but like scattered around. Okay, so you can think of it that way if you want, but they're people who share like a similar background. Like you guys will have similar soul lessons. You know, you'll meet someone and be like, damn, like you just get me, and I get you, and this is like very comforting, and it's like very easy. There isn't really any major harsh lessons with these people. You know, you feel like you share just a similar kind of philosophy and a similar outlook on life, like your goals are kind of the same. You know, you just feel, it's just people that you feel very at home with, like very comfortable with. But they still teach you lessons. You know, you still can grow from these people, of course, but they will teach you the lessons in a much more gentle way. And they tend to come, like you tend to meet your soul tribe when you've learned a lot of your major lessons, like your major karmic lessons, because it will get to a point in your life when you will have learned a lot of your major karmic lessons, and you've like leveled up enough to, you know, sort of take that step back, because you've done so much shadow work. You know, you're able to kind of recognize that shadow aspect of yourself that's almost like causing the problem. You know, because the shadow, like say you're supposed to learn boundaries, like the shadow aspect of yourself would be like, oh, I'm not, you know, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to piss people off, like I don't want tension, or like, you know, I'm not worthy of standing up for myself, or, you know, things like this. Like that's the shadow side that you have to kind of push through and be like, no, I'm going to stand up for myself, you know what I mean? So it's like once you've kind of learned to take up space and you're like expressing yourself, that's going to call in other members of your soul tribe, if you see what I mean. You might meet certain members of your soul tribe like along the way, but for the majority it seems to be that once you've learned quite a few major karmic lessons and you've leveled up enough that is not, you're not attracting that shit anymore, that's kind of when they come in. So that's the video. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope it was useful and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for the suggestion and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you feel like doing that. And I am taking spiritual life coaching sessions at the moment. If you want more information on those, the link is in the description box. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.